We're rolling.
Hello, sir. How are you? How are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much, Londa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
May you please introduce yourself, sir?
Uh, my name is Moses Asak. I was trained as a mass communicator at the University of Lagos way back in the 80s. And I have a BSc in mass communication and a master's in public relations advertising and another master's in broadcasting. And basically, right now, I am a part-time lecturer at Boston Media House, and I'm currently doing a PhD program.
Oh,
That's all about me. Huh?
Okay, what's made you to decide to be a lecturer in the media industry?
Uh, Actually, the drive was more because I wanted to impart knowledge. Because I had been in the field for I was in the field for about 15 to 20 years, in different fields of mass communication, of course. I was into public relations, advertising, and broadcasting. So basically, at a point, I felt I had to give back to society. And, time is, age is not always on our side. So the right time for me to leave, I left, and then I went to academia.
Okay, as a radio lecturer,
Yeah.
do you face any challenges in the radio as a lecturer in radio?
As a lecturer, yes, there are challenges, but basically, I think the major challenge we face are actually the students. Because I will speak from my own perspective. I have trained in my field, I have practiced my field, and all I want to do is to impart knowledge. But sometimes the challenge comes from a student that may not be passionate about broadcasting. And that sets a limit for you. Because much as you are imparting the knowledge, if the passion is not there, the students may not do so well. You understand? So that's one of the major challenges we find compared to other students that have passion. Okay, because of course, you can't have all the students on the same level across the board, right? So that's just it.
Right.
Okay, start out introduce.
All right. Kamalam Samuel Mngoma from Highway Radio 101.5 FM. I'm a technical producer here on the station.
Okay, njengoba technical producer la kwi-highway, eziphi izinkinga enibhekana nazo as a technical producer?
All right. As a technical producer, there are times where uthola ukuthi i-radio maybe kuyaye kwenzeka uthola ukuthi mhlambe iba ne-dead air. Maybe hayi ngoba uthola ukuthi ine-dead air mhlambe ngoba i-network or what, but uthola ukuthi ine-dead air ngenxa yokuthi uthola ukuthi mhlambe there's something that was played there, or DJ mhlambe wenze mhlambe mistake ethize, then bese biza wena on that particular time. And then sometimes kube uthola ukuthi uthi mhlambe athi u-DJ uyasebenza, while esebenza ama telephones angakwazi ukusebenza on the time, mhlawumbe abiza ama-calls abe nenkinga, and then fanele abize wena. And then as a technical producer, those are the challenges okufanele uwaface, udile nawo on that particular time, and then ngesikhathi and ngespeed. So those are the challenges. And amanye ukudila ke with people, because as a technical producer you are like a president of the station, because you know what must happen now. Okay, 90 enzakalayo, 90 engenzeki. If that person akayenzi leyo nto, then that's a problem. And then you have to know how to deal with those people, because as people we are different, we have our differences.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, njengoba i-radio seyishintsha ishintsha unyaka nonyaka, njengoba sekwande nama-internet radio, esikhathini samanje noba ubheka emva kweminyaka ewu-5, uyibona i-radio zobe seyishintshe kanjani kulona iside le-technical?
I-radio izobe seyishintshe kakhulu, because technically there are programs and softwares that are coming. Yeah, there are a lot of things, and there are young guys abasakhula abasafunda these things, and then like in 20 years I believe ukuthi kuzobe sekunabantu abenza more than what we are doing right now. So that's what I believe in, because as a highway radio we are training people, siyabatraina sibakhulisa ukuthi bafunde, and then mayise umuntu eseyifundile into le esemfundise yona, and then we always encourage abantu esibafundisayo ukuthi okay, don't you take what I'm telling you, and then after that grow yourself. Yeah, and I believe like in 20 years from now i-radio yethu yonke in South Africa izobe sishintshe kakhulu, like now. Yeah, izokhula kakhulu.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu futhi.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Hi, I'm Kimona Naran Somi. I currently work at Highway Radio as a presenter and assistant programs manager.
When did you realize your passion for radio, and what inspired you to be a broadcaster?
Passion, I realized a little bit late, I think, just after finishing high school. I took a gap year, and it was then that somebody suggested journalism. I looked into it, realized that I actually would be interested in something like this, and proceeded to study media.
Do you see any changes or growth in terms of radio?
For myself, yes. Since I've been here, there's been growth and there's been changes. So I obviously think that going forward, definitely more growth and more changes.
How long has it been since you started working as a radio broadcaster?
About 4 years. I started off as a voluntary presenter on a weekend show and progressed from there.
Does technology have impact on growth in radio, negative or positive?
I would say technology has a positive growth. We see all the time different types of technology being used also in conjunction with radio, and an example would be social media, internet functions, lots and lots of different technological things that are used and incorporated in radio, and it just enhances what we are able to do through radio.
Before going on air, do you have any specific things you do or preparation before going on air?
I don't have any specific traditions, but something that I think is just important is to update yourself. So I normally update myself on what's going on in social media, what's going on different news platforms, and what people are talking about.
What are some of the challenges that you face on radio?
I think for me, really, the only challenge would be, firstly, for community radio is sometimes our lack of certain resources that might be much more easily attainable at circular stations, or more. What is the word I'm looking for? You're gonna have to edit this part. What is the word I'm looking for?
Alright.
Okay, never mind. Let's just start with that question again. So I think one of the things. What was the question? Sorry.
Some of the challenges. you face
Some
on
of the
radio.
challenges. Okay. Some of the challenges for community radio station would definitely be our lack of resources at times, and this obviously owing to the fact that we are community radio station. In terms of a radio station as a whole, it's very different from other types of media, and this is because of it just being a medium where your voice is only heard most of the time. So in terms of, I don't know, a certain sort of communication that somebody might be looking for, we would lack in that area.
Okay, radio has been changing now. You know, there are internet radio.
Yes.
And where do you see radio in the next 10 years?
I see radio still being an important part of our lives. I don't see it as completely non-existent. I know online radio has Look, honestly, I don't think it poses such a huge challenge in the South African atmosphere right now, and this mainly because of our data prices. But that might change, and even if it does change, I think radio has played an important part in society years gone by, and will definitely continue to play that part.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for
33003. If you'd like to send through an SMS, 072-055-3303. Also, just letting you know, tomorrow is the AGM for Good News Community Radio. Thereafter, supper will be served, and it is a special Thanksgiving supper, and we'd like for all who can make it to attend. We would like to thank the Lord and also thank the listening community of GNCR for all the support, because our license has been renewed. Yes, it has been renewed, and we are most grateful for that. And I personally, behind the scenes, have seen all the hard work that goes into putting together proposals that go into be reviewed by the, for lack of a better term, judging committee, who decides on a decision like renewing a license. And I would just like to also just thank the management team, who I know worked tirelessly to make it possible. So we would just like to also let them know that we are most grateful for the tireless number of hours that they've put into making it possible. 10:28, see what I mean? Time is running away. You've got a minute, and I'm sure you can do something with that minute. So if you are still interested in giving us a call, last time, 032-533-3003. Alternatively, send us an SMS on 072-055-3303. Don't forget, next up we have Keeping It Real, dealing with drug and substance abuse in the community. We will be talking to Vanessa Chetty. It seems like we've got a final call for the program. Good morning and welcome. You're live on the air. Oh, we're so grateful. Thank you so much for that message. It's been such a blessing to hear from you. God bless and safe travels now. Bye-bye. And I couldn't have chosen or orchestrated a better way to end off the program. What a blessing to have received a phone call from someone on the road traveling back and just letting us know that GNCR is a blessing. It is indeed a blessing. I listen most days in the car, and I also find it to be a blessing. And I think this morning, especially for those listening, we can't take a station like GNCR for granted. We're relieved. We're on the other side of a major challenge, having received a renewal of license, and we are most grateful to the Lord Jesus who's made it possible. But we also thank you, our listener, for loyalty and your faithfulness in listening to this station. That brings us to the end of On Wings Like Eagles, a Saturday edition with me, Sashali Satyanathan. Do stay tuned. We have Keeping It Real up next.
Mags, and before that we played you Panda, but a designer who is from a US, but then after this hit he just disappeared. Or am I the only one?
No, he did. He disappeared. He vanished on us because it's probably because no one can hear what he's saying.
I know.
Oh my God, what are you saying to us? We're from a team.
I know, we could only hear like Pen, and that was it.
And everything else was just mumbo jumbo, mumbo
Yeah,
jumbo.
pretty much, pretty much.
Yep, man. You know what time it is? Time for us to tell you, let you know what's up. Stay in your lane. That's what it is. That's what it's about. So today, I've got one thing that I just need to confirm to myself.
Yeah.
I need to stay in my lane.
This time it's you.
This time it's me. I think I'm
Yeah.
not realizing my own lane. My lane is sleep at 10 o'clock, not before or after. So you can be all zhuzhed up the next morning.
Care for you.
Yeah, because we do so much in a day. I do so much in a day, and by the time it reaches 9 o'clock, that's the time where the body automatically shuts down for me. So if I decide to go on when the body's saying no, I'm shutting down, then I'm gonna pay for it the next day.
Self-sabotage.
Yep. So I'm paying for it right now.
Yeah, for me it's not. It's not personally for me, but it's what I feel towards abantu baseteksini.
Oh.
You know how a taxi no man coca, like you coca by one seater,
Mm-hmm.
now you see how when you gotta pass the money front, ne, and then umuntu ohleli like on your far left, but you're sitting on your far right. I understand because you know what you pass it to the person at the end by the passage. So so please guys, stay in your lane. You are going to I'm on the other end. Come on my lane. So keep it there, come on.
You know what? When you're having taxi problems, I feel as though it's time for you to get a car. Or like, I don't know, Uber yourself or something. Because seriously, taxi problems will never go away.
At this point in my life, I can afford a bicycle. So, okay.
But these problems will never go away. That's the thing. We will keep on having them up until.
Yeah.
Okay, the traffic bit is missing, so
okay, cool. Okay, the traffic updates in KZN Durban M7 westbound. There are roadworks, slow moving traffic towards the N2 interchange, and N3 eastbound. There are roadworks. The right lane is closed after before the Spaghetti Junction, and there is queuing traffic. In Gauteng, new lanes M3 northbound. There is a congestion.
Hi, Michael Madden here at the Broadcasters Mentoring Group, here to give you a brief 3-minute or so overview of exactly what it is that we do. I'm often asked by people, how can I become a broadcaster? The answer I give them is simple. There are 2 things required in order to become a broadcaster. First, you're going to need the skills required to perform the duties of the job. Second, you're going to need influential industry contacts. You know the old saying, it's not just what you know, but who you know. We'll do that for you by placing you in a local radio station to be trained one-on-one with a working broadcaster. And it goes without saying that while training in that radio station, you're beginning to develop your own network of industry contacts. BMG provides customized training for all of our students based upon your areas of interest as well as your schedule and availability. So if you're looking to be a radio DJ, talk show host, or sports broadcaster, we'll place you with a working professional in your area to train you. Also, your training is scheduled around your availability, whether it be evenings, weekends, mornings, or any time that works best for you. The analogy I like to use is like an intensive college course with a lab. Your classroom is a real radio station, and your professor, so to speak, is a working broadcaster. Now, much like that college course, there is supplemental reading and training materials that will help you to drill down deeper into the subject material. And instead of going into a laboratory, your lab is actually hosting a real radio show with the assistance of your mentor. The advantage to BMG is that you don't have to come to us for training, but we bring the training to you in your local community at a radio station that you choose. Obviously, the advantages of getting your foot in the door and being trained by an industry broadcaster from day one speaks for itself. Typically, when jobs become available, our students move to the front of the line for consideration if they're worthy of the recommendation, and it all comes down to how well each student trains. Last, but certainly not least, is our lifetime job placement assistance, which is second to none in the industry. We are the only broadcasting school that owns not 1, but 2 dedicated job boards exclusively for our students. First, go thoroughly through our site at broadcastingschool.com, starting with the FAQ page, and then click the cost button. Take a look at our financing options. We have a couple of different training programs and various discounts available. If you like what you see, fill out a contact form and somebody from BMG will get back with you immediately. The key is, though, get yourself off the sidelines and get yourself into the game. Take action on your dream to become a radio broadcaster and turn it into your reality. And BMG will be there to help you every step of the way.
I look up what times I have on. Today I'm talking at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:30, and so on. So what I do is I put together this clock in a Word document. Once it's in the Word document, I put next to each time that I'm talking what I'll be talking about. Well, this is our website, wgrd.com. We have all kinds of different links here, like listen live if you want to listen on the internet, advertisements. We have different ticket giveaways, how you can win tickets to shows and concerts in Grand Rapids, and more. Our company, Town Square Media, is all about the internet. So we own a series of websites. We find it important to blog and talk to our listeners. So what we do is every day we're required a minimum of 2 blogs per personality. So every day I put together 2 news stories or personal stories for the website for our listeners to read and interact with us and comment on. So every day I put a blog post about the Rocky Mountains. So this way, if you're not listening to the radio necessarily, because you're not in your car or you don't have it playing, you can be part of what's going on just on the internet. Hi, welcome to our on-air studio. This is where we do our on-air live shows. So when I come in, I normally have all my show prep done. I've done everything else I need to do for the day, so I'm here in the studio. This is what a board looks like. On the board, you have everything from your mic 1, your mic 2, your mic 3, to your logs, which would be your different songs that are playing, to your button bars. Button bars are sound effects. Maybe sometimes on the radio you'll hear a host make a joke and play a fart noise or play a lapping noise. That comes off the button bars. You can just play the button bar by clicking it, or if you want to have it play after a song or after a commercial, you can click and drag it into a spot here in the logs.
Nights with Jackie.
You are twisted, lady. You hear me? You are screwed up in the head.
Only on 97.9 GR.
So right now I'm playing a Kid Rock song. After Kid Rock, I'll want to talk. So what happens is this. I got about 2 seconds. I turn on the mic, and I start. 97.9 GRD, Grand Rapids Rock Alternative, home to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Morning Show. Welcome. On the way, we got another extra long GRD Music Blitz for you. Bringing in some Godsmack, got some Hollywood Undead, Guns N' Roses, and Mad Season. So stick with me next on 97.9 GRD. Turn off the mic, pot it back down, and that's about it. Then you wait till your next empty voice track pops up. Well, that's a day in the life for me. Come into the studio, I get some blogs done for WGRD.com. I do my show prep, which includes finding stories, getting breaking news, music news, and more. Then I go on air and I tell my stories to an audience. Make sure you listen up to 97.9 WGRD. Thank you.